Okay friends, welcome to my channel. So we are meeting after a long time, and I have seen your comments. I have got very good comments about my videos. So I understand that you are liking my channel and you want more and more videos. So first of all, sorry for the long delay because I was involved in some other stuff and so was not able to make a video for you. So today we will be discussing one topic which I know that you all have demanded for the HV cable sizing calculations. So we will discuss about the HV cable sizing calculations and you will understand what is the difference between the HV cable sizing and LV cable sizing. Okay? Because this is one of the main difference between the HV and LV cable sizing calculations. Okay? So before wasting time, let's start about the calculation part. See, the minimum cross-sectional area for the HV cable, the formula is short circuit current into square root of time T divided by constant K. Okay, so in HV cable sizing calculations, we have to calculate what is the minimum cross-sectional area of the conductor required. Okay, for a HV cable. So the formula for that what is? It is a fault current, that is short circuit current, into root of T, root T. T is your fault clearing time divided by constant K. K is constant. For copper cable, the value is 0.143 for copper, and for aluminum, the value is 0.091 for aluminum conductors. Okay, these are the constants used for copper and aluminum cables. These values you can find in the HV cable catalog also. Okay, and this is the formula. So just understand how we arrived to this formula. Let's say in HV cable sizing, you are feeding one motor, okay, and there is a fault at this point. Let's say at this point there is a fault, okay, three-phase fault has occurred, or any asymmetrical fault has occurred, two-line to ground fault, or three-line to ground fault, or three-line fault has occurred. Any fault has occurred here. Okay, so what will happen in that case? Your fault current will start flowing here at this point. Okay, so in case of fault condition, this is your HV cable. This cable has to bear that fault. Okay, for let's say for the time T is your fault clearing time. Let's say this breaker is clearing the fault in, let's say, in 0.5 seconds. Normally the breaker clears the fault below the point, like say it clears the fault in 0.2 seconds also, or even 0.85 seconds also. But for a safety side, we consider 0.5 seconds, or in some cases we even consider 1 second also, or to select the cable size on a safer side. Okay, so more is your short circuit current. Okay, more is your short circuit current, more is your minimum cross sectional area of the cable, that is A minimum. So ISC into root of time T. The more the time it takes to clear the fault, the cross sectional area cable will also increase, and this is value is constant. So that's why this ISC and root T, these are in the numerator side. It is directly proportional to your minimum cross sectional area of the cable. So this is a formula we have to understand. Based on this formula, you will get what is the cross sectional area of the cable required, minimum. Let's say for example, you are getting this value, that is 75 square mm. Okay, then based on that we have to select a higher cable size. Like the standard size available is 3495 as per the cable catalog. You can select a cable size above 75, that is 3495. Or let's say your minimum cross section has come up to 100 square mm. So you have to select a cable size of 120. Okay, so this is the one main difference we have to understand. Rest all the procedure, all the steps for HV cable sizing are same as LV cable sizing. For that steps you can see my LV cable sizing video again and again, so that you will understand what are the steps. Okay, so in that you have seen just one thing. The minimum, what we can say, the full load current for the motor, what is coming, full load current divided by your derating factor. This derating factor depends on your installation conditions. So you get here required current. Okay, so let's say your required current is coming is, let's say it is 100 amperes. Okay, 100 amperes. So based on that, you are selecting a cable, let's say 3-core 120. Okay, and your minimum cross sectional area has came around, let's say 125. So for this 125 square ohm cable, you can't select 120. You have to select above this 125. That is, at least you have to go for, let's say 150. Okay, this is 150. So we have to select a cable based on this full load current and divided by derating factor, that is the required current. Whatever cable size we are considering, that cable size should be above your minimum cross sectional, whatever scale. Let's say your minimum is 3-core 120, then you have to select a cable above 120, that is 3-core 150. Okay, so this is the only difference, that we have to consider the cross sectional area of the cable based on this formula you have to calculate, and that is based on your fault level. So fault level is the major role which makes the changes, makes the difference between the HV sizing and LV sizing. Okay, even in your interviews, if you go anywhere, they will ask you what is the difference between the HV cable sizing and a LV cable sizing. So you can tell this is the difference, that in HV cable sizing we have to calculate the minimum cross sectional area of the cable based on the fault level conditions. Okay, based on the fault level value. Okay, so I hope that you have understood this video, and if you have any doubts, you can put it on my comment section, and then I will be able to reply to that doubts. Okay, so keep watching, and thank you for the subscribing, and I got a very good response, so I will be keeping on posting the videos, and once again sorry for the delay. That's it. Thank you.